Yeah, I want to talk more about demons and evil people, evil entities. This is an example of like levels. First of all, I want to say that there's videos out there about gang stalking that are designed just to be misinformation. I'm gonna give you an example. So in the '90s, I like to go back to the '90s. In the '90s, there was this like little milk truck. The milk truck is like, I'm on foot. I didn't have a car, and I'm on foot everywhere I go. And I'm like, dude, there's this milk truck like following me around, and it sounds ridiculous, right? Or I'd even go into with friends, would be driving somewhere, and the milk truck would be there. Like, it's just so bizarre. Like, why would they be following you in a milk truck? It's a big, conspicuous box truck, just to be dicks, that's why they're just to be dicks. They just get away with it. They might have surveillance equipment inside. I think it's just to be dicks, just to be like, well, I'm just going to drive around my milk truck because they're getting paid. They have money. It was probably of like a protocol program. They just know how to, they're not attacking individuals as much as they're attacking aggregates. That's how they look at it. They attack aggregates. That's, nutty. I remember mentioning it to a friend of mine, and I'm sure he just thought, you're fucking nuts, bro. Nonetheless, people who didn't believe me on these things later found out it's true. Like, I told a friend, I'm like, dude, we can't go anywhere without the cops tailing us. I didn't have a car, so it was different. He's like, no way. No, you're just being paranoid, dude. And I'm like, yeah, sure, really? Okay, well, we'll go somewhere sometime. And we go somewhere. Sure enough, the cops tailing us. And it's not like they have a reason outside. It's just a protocol. They're just leaning on the guy. And what are the guys? They're leaning on like a Christian rationalist. That's the problem. I'm not a magically thinking, beast-minded person, which most people are. So that's all that needs to be. They're going to do it as a protocol aggregate. That's what they do. And they don't care. They're getting paid. The money's really not an object. People are objects. Money's not an object. And that's a very important concept of how economics works, too. People should be objects of economic value, not money outside the people's, hand. That's what they measure by. They measure how much money you can have outside of the people's control. That's how they do. It should be completely the other way around. Those people who don't know that are for nothing. Those people are tuned in with the darkness. That's really what it is. They're tuned in with the darkness. You can't reason with them. They're not Christians, I'll tell you that. Christ has a worldview that's pointing to what I'm saying. The rationalist, the humane rationalist. And that's what he describes. That's how it is. Or you can say, well, Jesus is just there to trap people to the satanic, overlords. That's what most people believe, I think. You'll see that the non-believers believe that, and fake believers believe that, and that's what we see. But there's demons all over the place. So I'll tell you another example of a demon. Like, I'm sitting there, and I'm being stalked by so many different, harassed by so many different people. Getting tickets. The cops are just writing me up jaywalking tickets. Wherever they can get a ticket, writing a jaywalking, getting arrested, locking me up for no crimes. If I break up a fight, I'm getting, thrown in jail. They're towing my car because I'm in jail for so much. And it's just, I'm just working to paying money out the nose for, it's just since the 90s this has been going on. People have no idea. Nobody cares. Like, friends, they don't have friends. They don't care. They don't care. They're just, watching football. You understand? People don't care. Again, it's like a lesson. They're not friends. They're just worldly people. That's what they are. And the world has 8 billion people. I don't know most of these people. But there are people out there who are going through bad shit all the time. And I would be friendly towards them, and they would be friendly towards me. It doesn't, just because we don't run into each other doesn't mean it's not a real thing. But in a sense, it is not a real thing. Yeah, okay, sure, I'll give that too. But anyway, this was a hard one. This was rip. This was bad. This is like, if I close my eyes, there was this. It's in the freezing, and in the winter is like a good time to get away from these stalkers. It's too cold for most people, so it's like get away from them because it's freezing, and people don't like to come out in the freezing cold. Only certain demons do. And certainly there are demons who do. And they're surprised to bump into you in the freezing cold. But like an example of another one. So I was in this, there was a truck by work, and I could crash in at in this truck. It was like a old broken truck at the mechanic shop, and I could lock the doors, and there was like a little bed in there. And it was a good place for me to crash. But the demons found me there, and they were going there. The gang stalkers and demons and gang stalkers are one and the same. So these little gangs of the project kids, those people, they're going over there, they're like spraying graffiti, throwing garbage around, breaking into vehicles because I'm there. So it makes me look like I'm doing those things. That's what they do. This is what gang stalkers do. They do it. They just did it the other day. They'll like leave wherever you're going. They'll leave garbage. This is another one I've seen on YouTube. They do this, like if you go to like a cafe, you know what I'm saying, and you sit at this table, or you go to the park, you sit at this bench. They'll leave like shit right there just to desecrate it, because they're evil people. That's what they do. It's not just a coincidence. Oh, there's a piece of fucking shit right there. No, they brought it over there and they put it there. It's so deliberate. It's something that these are evil people. It's old witchcraft. It's just scummy people. That's what we're dealing with. That's the church. The church is those people. They're one and the same. They don't think they are. The lukewarm people is just as bad as those guys. And I want to talk about the lukewarm people as being just as bad as they spit you out of your mouth because you're just as you're worthless. But most of the people are zealously evil. Most of the church member is zealously evil. Not lukewarm, zealously evil. Claiming to be, holy, but they're like the Pharisees. They just attack the good. You got demon? The demons don't like when I talk about like stuff like that. But anyway, here's another demon story. So I was in that truck, and there was this wind blowing around, and I could hear it. It's like a little pile of leaves like swirling around, like a little dervish. And it kept moving around. I'm like, no, that's a demon. That's not just the wind, little dervish. I can sense it. I can sense the demon here too right now, but it sucks. I gotta pray, and I gotta call for some protection because it's dangerous. I'm weak, so the thing's like dervish is blowing around, and I can hear it. I'm like sitting there going, I know that's not wind, bro. That's not just wind. And then there was like this little whistle, and it was just like a sly sounding whistle. He's like, he knew that I knew that he was there, and he's just, and it was right with the, just like there's a demon right here, right now. It's maybe the same one, the same kind of demon. I would say it's like a vampire, but anyway, yeah, you can hear me. They've got really keen hearing, well, that thing was like whistling. And he's whistling, and he's moving around, and then he came up to the door I was in. He goes, "Let me in," and I go, "In the name of Jesus, get out of here." And he laughed. He says, "You don't have the power, so you don't have the faith to he said, "You don't have the faith to get rid of me," something like that. I don't know. I didn't open the door up though. I was like, like leave, get out of here. It wasn't a person. It was a demon. That's an example. Other times that night, some person would come and try to get in the doors. They were locked. But another example was there was this little bird, and I closed my eyes. The bird would start singing. I opened them, it stopped. And it's like 4 in the morning. It's like 3 in the morning. It's like in a blizzard. There's like 2.5 feet of snow on the ground. It's like 10 below zero or something. And it's freezing, and it's pretty safe, but this little bird's going like tweet, tweet, tweet at night, and I'm exhausted. And if I close my eyes, it would know, and it would start singing like this little creepy little sound. And I'm sitting there for like probably an hour just like going, this thing's not going away. It's just bad. That's the level of like attack. But so those are the fallen angels. Actually, I just want to say these are all kinds of. There's demons. There's other kinds of things. A whole array of nether children, I would say. Demons. Yeah, that's what demons are. And then there's also the fallen angels. They don't talk much about it, actually. They don't talk much about the angels either, because the angels and the fallen angels aren't really too different. Yeah, and they're all around. So here where I'm at now, they came up, they followed me up. I'll give you another story. I had a little garden, and there was like 50 robins, which robins don't usually go group in 50, but this one did, and it was like the one I thought it was like the leader. He had like a little white feather, and he was prominently in the middle. He was always poking around in front of me, so he's like the leader. But he came up here. They came up here, just like 300 miles away. So that I saw them up here was like, they followed me up here, and other things too. But yeah. Then there was like this guy up on the hill ridge, and it's all like rough bramble and thick terrain and rocks and crags. It's steep, very dangerous in the day, and at night that's not possible. But he's like, you stole my power, and I don't know who. He's like breaking branches and shit. Yeah, he's right here, bro. Yeah, he's right here, bro. And he had like a pack of 5 dudes, and one of them was telepath, but the other ones were just some like fucking drug addicts, and they were like harassing me. And it sounds like it's just very real. It's the real deal, bro. I don't like these things. Yeah, I need some prayers, power. This is bad stuff. I want to fuck them up.